Hi, heathens. I have to address this subject. I'm sweaty. I just got back from work and it's warm, you know, where I live. So we're gonna try to cool down while I talk, but considering the subject matter, can't make any promises because I may just wind up completely spiraling. Just hit my glasses. We love that. Okay, so I'm not going to put a lot of focus on like talking about what I'm using, but if y'all want to know, you can ask. I'm gonna try to remember to put it in the description. Forgot last time I said that, so we'll see how that works. But okay, as I'm sure you can tell, because I'm sure I'm gonna have something in the thumbnail or subject regarding the situation. If y'all don't know, the Annabelle doll, like the actual OG Raggedy Ann Annabelle doll, has been on tour. Don't really know whose bright idea that was, but it happened. Why is my mirror so dirty all of a sudden? Whatever. It happened, you know, despite the obvious probably shouldn't do that. And there are a lot of people that are incredibly skeptical about specifically the Warrens, anything paranormal, Annabelle, all of that anyway. And I completely understand that. I have nothing against skepticism, because there are plenty of things that I, while interested in, am skeptical about. And, like, that's a whole different rabbit hole that, kind of like my cryptids video, I would love to get into one day if y'all are interested. Especially if you have any specific topics that you're interested in my views on. So that I'm not just, like, wildly rambling. But, Annabelle, famously, don't move her, don't mess with her, don't open her house, whatever it is. Well, like I said, she went on tour, and it's part of a, like, what's it called? Devil's Run Wild tour or something? Now I can't remember what it is. And yeah, so kind of suspicious things have been happening. The primary one prior to this incident, I would say, is the plantation burning down when she was in Louisville? Or Louisiana? No, I don't remember. You know, not that plantations are, like, sacred, but, like, it's a historical thing, and it caught fire the day after she left. Well, she was then not directly next. Oh, there was also a big thing saying that she had gone missing while they were in Texas, which, A, is a terrifying thought, but B, evidently was not true, which is good. Now, whether it's actually not true or they're just saying that to make us all a little more comfortable, I don't know. But she went to Gettysburg and was supposed to be there the 11th through the 13th, which is Friday through Sunday. And one of her primary caretakers, Dan Rivera, apparently unexpectedly passed away on Sunday. Now, obviously, huge condolences to his family for their loss. That's absolutely awful. And by no means is any part of my video to say that, you know, he deserved it or he brought it on himself or anything like that. I just want to clarify That is not at all my intention for this video. It's more of a, you know, WTF, are we still questioning the curse of Annabelle? Because, as I said, he apparently passed away Sunday, and as of right now, no cause has been listed. Everything that I've seen has said that it is very unexpected, and as of right now, causes are unknown. Now, this will probably be uploading on Saturday, which is like the 18th or 19th. I am filming it on Tuesday the 15th. And when I saw it earlier in the afternoon, the oldest article about it that I could find was from 8 hours prior, meaning it still came out on Tuesday, which, you know, obviously his family deserves privacy. That's fine. It just seems very strange for something like that, with the circumstances that there are, to take 2 days to find their way into the media. And there could be older articles that I just somehow missed. Or maybe the articles that I viewed, maybe I only saw the updated time frame, not the original posting time frame. But it's all just very suspicious. And it said that the next spot on her tour, I believe, was meant to be somewhere in Rhode Island. I could be getting that completely wrong now. And sorry, I cannot talk and do this at the same time. Well, I mean, I technically can. It would just be a really bad idea. But, her next stop on the tour was going to be the beginning of October. So it's also like, okay, well, where was she supposed to be between now, this stop on the tour, and October? Because, like, is that where she's going to be? Was she supposed to be returned and she just does not want to be returned? What are they doing with her now? Are they going to continue the tour? Is this a little too playing with fire at this point to continue the tour? And I would love y'all's thoughts and opinions on this, because am I maybe a little susceptible to believe things about paranormal events because I'm interested in it? Yeah, maybe. Now, obviously, I don't want to believe that this doll is causing people to no longer be alive. However, I'm just saying, considering the circumstances, it's all a little fishy. And yes, I am into crime and paranormal and horror and all that, which, of course, means that it does pique my interest, maybe a little bit more than someone who's not already kind of fascinated by that stuff. Because your average person could just look at that, and especially if they don't really know a lot about Annabelle, or they don't believe that any of that could carry any amount of weight, you know, they'd look at that and go, oh, that really does suck for their family, which is very, very valid, and then think nothing else of it. But it's just, I just need to talk about it out loud, I guess, I'm having a hard time opening my bronzer. What is happening? Oh my god, the tape rolled back up. That's frustrating. Give me a second. I may have to switch it. I've never had that happen with this bronzer before. That's really annoying. Annabelle. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, now I'm just being dramatic. What Okay, there's only one piece of tape. I don't know if you can even see it. It's mostly rolled down. There we go. Oh my goodness, I've never had it roll back up. Okay, that was kind of annoying. But yeah, I need to discuss it out loud, and y'all are my go-to people behind Michael for I need somebody to talk to about this. Realistically, if you look at my videos, I don't get a lot of comments and feedback, which is fine. Sometimes I just need to talk, you know? I'm sure someone else out there is like that, where it just kind of makes you feel better to get things off of your chest. You're a therapist, I guess, kind of, in a way. I don't know how a therapist would feel about me coming into a session and going on a tirade about Annabelle and how she may be the cause of someone no longer being with us. Might be, I know I'm not the only person to think it, but it might be a little much for a normal therapy session, you know? Maybe just a little. But I was about to say, I'm on the internet and we don't judge here. Yeah, we absolutely do. Everyone judges on the internet. That is the biggest place for judgment. You have keyboard warriors all across the planet that are the kind of people that would never, ever say anything in person about 90% of what they comment about online. And that's just, you know, unfortunately how it goes. But it doesn't stop it from being funny to me. But here on my channel, we try to not judge. There are some people that we may not judge. I might judge. Such as if you've seen my video about Wade Wilson when he was big in the news. Whew, buddy, did that take a turn. It is not working out too well from him, from what I've seen and heard. He's looking again, I don't think he was all that much to begin with, but he's looking pretty rough. And do I think it's funny? Yeah. Should someone think it's funny? Probably not. But I think it's just a portion of his karma, and he's got more coming for him. So there are people that I will judge, unashamedly. And that's just how it's going to be. And unfortunately, not that as of right now there's a lot of that on my channel, but if you don't like it, I may not be the channel for you, because sometimes that's going to happen. And there is not a whole lot that can be done about that, because that's just how I am. And especially as someone who's into true crime, there will occasionally be... so much of my highlighter just came out of the pan. Do you see it across the top there? What? There will occasionally be subjects where I want to voice my opinions, thoughts, and concerns, such as that case. And, you know, again, take it or leave it. Do what you will with my opinions. I know they are mine. I know you don't need to share them. I am not that kind of channel. However, I will not take like just outright hate for people in the comments. Again, not that it's happened, but making myself clear, because I see it on a lot of other channels. And I don't ever want my channel to become that way. And with I think that one's a little too low to be spraying right now. Time to open a new setting spray. It's another Apocalyptic Beauty one though, so it's going to work the same. I'm just not going to have a splotch of setting spray on my face. Oh, this one's Vanilla Sugar. Woo, that smells good. Okay. Set my face before putting anything on my mouth. Alright, I'm going to open this pack of lippies. But yeah, so I want to know your thoughts on the Annabelle situation, because what is happening? Like, I'm definitely going to be, sorry, I can't decide which one I want to use. I'm definitely going to be trying to follow along with whatever updates there are, because I really want to know how this is going to potentially impact the tour, or at least her being on the tour. I don't know why my eyeshadow is wanting to crease so bad immediately. Like, just right off the bat. I mean, I know I've been here rambling for a hot minute, but not long enough for that. Why are you doing this? Please chill out. Don't know how long that's going to help. Hopefully after doing that, after the setting spray, will help, but we'll see. And if everyone who watches this, you know, comments and is like, it's just coincidence, you're kind of off your rocker, that's fine. Like, maybe it'll convince me that you're right. But for now, I'm a little skeptical. And I think that I reserve the right to be. So let me know what you think. I'm just so kind of wound up over the whole situation, because I'm just like, what? I saw that, and I was like, oh, hold on. So, let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you think of the makeup look that I created while I rambled. I did go a little heavy on the blush, but I was also kind of Annabelle inspired, as far as, like, you know, Raggedy Ann vibes. But I didn't go for the freckles, because I feel like I've been doing freckles in a lot of looks recently, and I need to chill out on that. But anyway, thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.